What is happening, folks? It's Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another great episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where we talk about, unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, anime, McFarlane figures, among other things, including conventions, which I am going to be at. I am currently at, or I have just finished up, the Transformer Con, TFCon Orlando, and so hopefully you'll see some footage of that coming up soon. But if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified of all the zany, waney, gainy, laney, danny things that we do. And we do have our 750 subscriber giveaway going on. We got 1,000 gonna happen here soon. So, but let's talk about something that's more than meets the eye from the Transformers universe, Studio 86. Yes, that 1986 movie. And we're gonna talk about that loyal lieutenant of Optimus Prime. Yes, you guessed it, Ultra Magnus. So let's take a look. Boom, the ultimate Studio Series Commander class from the 86 Transformers, the movie Ultra Magnus. I can't sound like the guy from Unsolved Mysteries. That's who it is. Tune in for Unsolved Mysteries to see what happened to Ultra Magnus. And, well, if you watched the movie, you know what happened to him, and you know what happened to him in the cartoons and in the War for Cybertron trilogy, yada, yada, yada. But here it is. Here's the box. I've been looking forward to this one too for a while, and I figured I'd get this out there for y'all to see, for y'all to enjoy, to see if it's glorious for you or not. But the Studio Series 86, I am just in love with these figures. There's the side, there's the back. 43 easy steps. Works with deluxe class figures to put them in. I don't know if I have any deluxe class figures in alt mode. It would be kind of cool, but I don't know if I do. But he's big screen inspired, and he looks like he does come with some blast effects and things like that, and a nice little background too. So I'm ready to open this up. This is what the box looks like. You all know what the box looks like. So let's get him out of the box. Ultra Magnus, come forth. And here is the Magnus. Magnus is here, and he's glorious. He looks beautiful. And this is everything you get in the box. The one thing I really love is this Autobot City right here, this background. That looks great. I'm going to use that somewhere. I'll figure it out, but I will use that somewhere. But he is beefy and ready for battle and business. So everything you get in the package, you get Ultra Magnus. He's two little antennas. His ears you had to kind of put on and snap on. They were a little difficult because it's a little small cramped space. You also get his two shoulder cannons right here. These came apart, and so you kind of put them back on. You get his two guns. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. And then you get a bunch of blast effects to make blasty things happen. And so you got all sorts of cool blast effects and the instructions themselves. So let's put these babies on Mr. Magnus so that he looks beautiful and is ready for battle. And they go right here on the arm right here on the side, and you just kind of just push them in like so. And we'll do that second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry the 8th, I am. Henry the 8th, I am. There we go. And so, if you don't know much about Ultra Magnus, he was basically kind of the lieutenant, the second in command for Optimus Prime, and ended up taking over the leadership when Optimus Prime died in Transformers the movie, spoilers, and then he ended up blowing up, and then the Matrix got captured by Galvatron, and then of course eventually Hot Rod got the Matrix, and they built Ultra Magnus, and they built Ultra Magnus back. The Junkions did, and they lived happily ever after. But here he is, just a really cool bot. So let me bring him in closer for us to see. Oh, he's so big. I need to get my camera up a little higher. Higher, higher. Hiya, 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 hiya. There we go. And he's still just a beefy boy right here. So you can kind of see, it's really cool. You got the light piping in the eyes, and the face mold right there looks really, really great. We'll bring it into the side. You can kind of see that. I just love that look right there. The cool thing that I've read about this guy, this this mold of Ultra Magnus is he's not a parts former. So most of the Ultra Magnuses that are out there, even the G1, was a parts former where you kind of took the trailer, formed them, and you had the little like white Optimus Prime, and then you formed Ultra Magnus out of everything. But the details, I love the plastic, I love the feel. Autobot logo right there. I mean, this is him. Now, there is some overspray of the paint right there, so that's a little bugging right there, especially since it's on the white. So it's more noticeable that there's overspray on that paint, but other than that, not much there, but just very, very blocky. I mean, he's got the 80s shoulder pads here, so he's ready to go out on the town with the other ladies in their Mercedes, but Ultra Magnus is not a lady, he's a dude. Dude looks like a lady. Then here he is from the side, just kind of a side view. The back, no backpack really to speak of, so they did a really good job at cleaning up a lot of the what you would normally see on some of these bots. So I think he looks really, really clean and really, really nice. And then this part right here, and so we'll just kind of, so you can kind of just see the details yourself, how big he is, how menacing he is, and I mean, just for Commander class, really, really great. I think Amazon has them on sale right now for like 75 bucks, normally 90 bucks, and so you can pick them up for that. But from an articulation, the arm goes up like so. You also have it on a ratchet, so it will 360 in that ratchet. You do have, this is on a ratchet, you have twist there, twisty. The hand right here, it's articulated fingers, all fingers fing, so that's awesome except for the thumb, but you can have him point, so those are some articulated fingers right there, so that's very, very cool. The head is on a ball, so it can go all the way around. You do not have an ab crunch, but you do have waist swivel that can go 360, and then if we bring the arms all the way back up, and let's go to the legs. Legs can Jean-Claude it right there. Look at that, these leg skirts, that's really cool. That little detail where these leg skirts will move out of the way, and you can kick back just about all the way. The butt panel right here comes up, so you can kick back, and then more than a 90-degree bend there. You can kick front, and you can get it all the way up because this butt panel, this front cod piece comes out of the way. No front bend, but and then the ankle, you do have the ankle tilt, and that is it from an articulation standpoint for Ultra Magnus. So let's do this. Let's see how tall he is on the official Jimmy G ramen scale. And so, since he is out of camera, let's move him back, get him back into camera, so that way we can see from a 1, a 2 ramen, 3, 4. I'm gonna probably run out of ramen here. I've only got 7 packs over here because the reason why I don't have 8 is because, well, Jimmy G got hungry. So there's 6 packs. I would say he is about, there's 7 packs, so I would say 8, 9 packs of ramen high. That's how big he is. So he is a menacing dude. Very, very cool. So let's do this. Let me get his guns on him, and we will compare him to some other bots. And here I have him compared to the other Ultra Magnuses I have. I also have the Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, but this is the, I believe, the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Ultra Magnus that I have here. And then I think this was Magic Square, maybe New Age. I don't remember which one this was, but this is my Legend Scale Ultra Magnus. And you can see how much bigger 86 is even to this guy right over here. So that is really, really cool. And so let's bring in a couple other guys here. And so let's see here, let's move you over here so all the Magnuses can live over here, and then we'll bring in our buddy, and then we'll have to scoot the camera out just a little bit. And so we got a little tiny Optimus, and we got Earthrise Optimus coming in. Let's get that there, and let me scoot it out And there you can kind of see them all kind of compared to Studio 86 Ultra Magnus. So he is just about as big as this masterpiece one. I mean, he is when you consider this right here. They're about the same height there. So imagine a masterpiece Ultra Magnus, how big that would be. But look, from the Earthrise to this, I hope they come out with the Studio 86 Optimus. That would be great, especially like if you can change out and have like the battle damage and things like that. That would be cool. And then this is the little Core Class Legacy Optimus Prime. So there is what he looks like compared to some other robots. So let's get him in his alt form. So thank you, Ultra. Thank you, Opta. And Opta. Got wee, not so wee, and freaking huge in my Ultra Magnus line here. So we shall get him in alt mode. So Ultra Magnus, transform. Here he is, Ultra Magnus in his truck mode. In his alt form, here he is. This is Optimus Prime's brother from another mother. So very, very cool, very difficult for me to transform. Like I tried to follow the instructions. I could not follow the instructions, so I had to kind of rely on EMGO's video, which I'll put a link to down below on how he transformed it, and it was able to walk me through. This part was the toughest for me. The rest over here, piece of cake. This right here, the cab, very, very hard. But here it is. I mean, just look at that. That is just a very, very cool. I mean, this is the Ultra Magnus I remember of yesteryear. So one fun fact, though, as I was transforming, one of the things I found out is you can remove his like legs and arms and make him like look like he's exploded if you want to. But he is not a parts former transformer at all. He is, I mean, this and this are all one piece. That's it. I mean, it's not like, you know, not even like Optimus Prime where you just have the trailer, you can remove it. Now, what's cool is you can remove the trailer if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can remove it. But he does roll. Not all the wheels sit flush, but it might be my mistake on that. So there's a lot of tabbing in that you got to do. But once you get everything, this is the interesting thing with Transformers. If you don't have things in the right place, things will not tab where they need to go. So that's the truth. Now, I mean, this is awesome. I mean, vehicle transport right here, right? This is just so cool. Let me pull my camera back so you can kind of get a front view of it. You put the missile launchers here. You can put his guns right here. You got the blast effects. If you want to make blast effects with the missiles right there, you can do that. But just overall, a very, very solid truck mode. And you can see in the bottom, the only thing that really shows is his face. There's his head right there. His head's right there at the bottom. I wish there was a better way you can put it somewhere else, but it is what it is. But everything else looks really cool. Like you can't tell where the arms are, where they are right here, right? That's the arms, the legs right here. And then, I mean, they just did a good job at this, making him a robot in disguise. Now, the cool thing is these come down, and if you have any deluxe vehicles, you can actually put them in. I don't have any deluxe. I got a little core class that we can kind of throw in there. So there's a little Bumblebee. Bumblebee can go in there, but I don't have any deluxe vehicles right now that I have transformed that I can throw in here to let him kind of chill out. But that's what's cool, is this is made that you can throw deluxe vehicles in here, and that's the sign of a truly great Ultra Magnus, is that if you can have him transport vehicles, then you are in a good spot. Now, Ultra Magnus was a really, really cool one. I remember a friend of mine let me borrow him as a kid, and I was just amazed. And I was like, first of all, it's like, oh, it's a white Optimus Prime. And then I was like, no. Then you put all the body armor on, and it's like, oh, he is huge. He's very, very cool. But very nice. And you got the cab that you can make it turn like so. So that way, if he wants to turn, it doesn't go far away. That you can't like a real truck get it all the way going. But that's okay. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in alt mode or in a bot mode, because they are both very good looking. Like I said, Hasbro, I think you hit a home run on this, besides the difficulty in me transforming it. But ramen scale wise, I mean, you're looking at about 2.5 packs of ramen long, and about 1, 2, 3, 4 ramen packs high on that. So that's how he kind of measures up. So let's see what he looks like compared to some other vehicles in their alt modes. And here he is compared to the other vehicles in their alt modes. I've got little Bumblebee over here, my Bumblebee that goes inside my Optimus Prime. He's right there. But right here, what I got, let me move Masterpiece, kind of Ultra Magnus without the trailer, pretty much. That's a Star Commander from Magic Square. We have Scourge right here from Velocitron, of course Ultra Magnus, then the Core Class Optimus Prime, and a Legends Scale Swindle. So you can kind of see very, very cool on how they kind of measure up. And we'll kind of move this back so you can kind of really get a good look. There. So there you are. From a scale standpoint, you can see how Ultra Magnus stacks up, and just really cool. Now again, a thing, I wish it had more turn than like Scourge did. Now Scourge doesn't have as much clearance as well, but it is what it is. That's what you got. Now you're not going to be playing with it as a truck as much. So if you wanted a truck that did truck things, you would buy a truck. But we got a truck that does robot things, and so that's what we want here. So let's do this. Let's get back together and talk through some of my final thoughts on Ultra Magnus. Sorry about that, folks. I lied to you. I do have a deluxe vehicle that I can kind of show you how it works. We got a good old Stunticon here. And so what I can do is just kind of like take this down and show you that he fits in there. So that's very, very cool. You can get him in, shut the gate, shut it, get in there, and transport your Stunticons if you want to, or you can put them on the top. And so let's get him up here if you want to. That way he can carry multiple vehicles. He can carry all sorts of vehicles. He is Ultra Magnus. Now let's get back together for my final thoughts. All right, let's talk about some final thoughts on Ultra Magnus, and let's bring him back in. He's a big boy, big Ultra Magnus. Not regular Magnus, Ultra Magnus. He's the Magnus of Ultra. He's the Sultan of whatever. But no, this is a very, very awesome figure. My only thing that was hard for me was transforming him. It was a struggle, but once you figure it out, you can kind of reverse engineer it and get there. But figuring out is the tough part. But look at that face. You got the light piping back there. You can kind of see without the light there. Let there be light. So first favorite Ultra Magnus right now for me. There's my second favorite, the little guy right there. So they're all together. So I shall call him Mini Magnus, or just Magnus, and then the Ultra Magnus. Very tall, very great, very well sturdy put together. No real loose joints. Everything's tight. Only con for me is there's that overspray right there. That's easy to overlook, I guess. But I mean, this is what you want in an Ultra Magnus. And one of the things that I like, watch this, this is cool. We'll do this, boom. The Matrix. The Matrix of leadership is right there. It just springs open, like that. That's so cool. And then as well, like I said, you can take his arms and his legs apart and his torso, his body, so it looks like he's blown up. And if you have a bunch of Junkions, you can kind of have some fun with that. But on a scale of good, bad, awesome, I would rate this guy a pretty awesome. I mean, he is very, very cool. I love the sturdiness. I love the feel. He's not a parts former, which is so cool. I mean, some people are kind of bummed about that because they like that white Optimus Prime that they could play with separate if they wanted to, and had that, like, you can make like a pseudo base mode. But I kind of dig the fact that they integrated the trailer into the transformation of Ultra Magnus. And you can see when I transform it, the trailer can pop off. I mean, the cab can pop off of it. So at first I thought I broke it, but no, that's the way it's meant to do it. And some of y'all may be like, "Yeah, Jimmy, you broke it. You broke it good." But should you get it? That's up to you. If you're looking for a very good G1 Ultra Magnus, if you already have some Ultra Magnus, like the Earthrise or the Siege or any of those guys, I mean, you could probably pass on them if you wanted to. But if you want a G1 kind of accurate looking one that's from the movie, this is the way to go, my friends. This guy is awesome. This guy is great. I would say he's truly worthy of his commander class pricing. He is tall, he is beefy and big, and so that is my take on the Magnus of Ultra. And you can watch the video of all my spinning around of all the stuff shots that I took and things like that of it too as well. Mini Magnus, I like my Mini Magnus too. I bought this used for like $30, and it doesn't come with instructions or anything, so I do not know how to transform this guy, but he's kind of cool too. But that's all I got to say about that. So tune in next time when we talk about something good, bad, or awesome. And in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be more than awesome than meets the eye. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.